What he's doing, Mikel Merino, I mean, some of the movements in, I wish that we could have had almost like a drone camera following him around across the field, because what he's doing is dragging out of a position, and then because the Spurs back five, as I said, was so reluctant to jump and go out, what he's then doing is opening up this gap between the Tottenham back five and the midfield two. And obviously, if there's only two midfielders, that makes it very hard for Palhinha and Bentancur to do anything about it. And then, as I say, Merino notices, right, Saka's coming off the right wing. So Merino goes, well, I'll go over to the right wing. Right. I'll be the one who receives the ball. And then I'll look, because of the space I've opened up, Saka's inside there, so I can give it to Saka. That is a plan. That is from the tactics room. That is from Arteta on the training ground to say that they won't follow you out because they don't want to disrupt their back line. So therefore, go and double up on the left back. And poor Destiny Udogie, I mean, I am a big fan of his anyway, but he had Saka to deal with Saka hugging the touchline. He had Jurriën Timber to deal with, and then Mikel Merino comes over into that space as well. And Udogie didn't really know where to go, and Odebear in front of him was as good as useless as a defender. So it just... Arsenal worked that out. They hammered that right side again, as we've talked about, but it was Mikel Merino deciding when to come off the front line and be the one to receive the ball. And when Spurs decided that they could press, which was probably 3 times in the first half, that then Merino was the one who dropped into the space in between the two lines. So it was like an old school number 10 performance in receiving the ball. And then when Spurs got into those two lines, unselfishly he goes, I'll go over there, create that little triangle and allow Eze, allow Saka and allow Trossard and Rice to go beyond him and be the goal threat. So he wasn't really a goal threat in the game. And that was almost the genius of his performance.